explodes.
It's very fast.
Oh no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything specific,
interesting.
But like just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
So we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss.
Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy poozy, and
Uh-oh, got a fart in this chair. Is gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait. Hey.
Oh no. Everybody else, hey.
Hey.
What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting music.
How my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
The ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, "No, you fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it." They're like, no, we got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update, not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. No, but did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead.
Is it your fault? Yes. No, sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bed.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times. I'm not one's not enough.
What a
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smoother crunches.
And then oh Jesus boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, he can't tie me out now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice. Someone give me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marilynn's got pink eye. She touched her in hole.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the governor general of the stream.
God damn it, guys. I took Ritalin today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? screens. I want to have two screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past the tennis courts. A ball had gone over the fence. Paul went down, grabbed it, threw it over, and the young woman who was playing said, "Thank you, sir."
Oh,
Ouch.
Right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking take over this fucking festival, and you're not gonna fucking stop me. Why? All these fucking robots are all around the fucking city, right?
yeah.
Don't knock a spit roast till you try it.
Just
Hang on.
Like-
Can you just keep going? Make an appeal right now for us to stop this whole thing. Go ahead, Tom.
I think we should see Paul's face for this. There's gonna be tears.
No, your junk in the trunk is not as prominent. Make the camera go lower now. Jesus. Now bounce your bottom, sir.
What are we doing?
So let's watch
That's
it one
a
more
Batty
time.
Creases Jamaican for poop.
So I'm on the toilet. The toilet paper's here. I grab some of the toilet paper. I stand up. I turn around.
Whoa!
Frank, no.
A whole lot of the world can get it right round itself if I have a bomb on bed.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
What was Tom?
Whoa!
Go, Matt.
What happened?
Go, Matt.
The bed is what?
He did it.
Richard Ball, we're over. I want people to be saying, "Michael, is that a beard?" And I can say, "No, shit residue from the kink I enjoy participating." I was moving into position right to blast away on her their chest, and I slipped on the sheets and accidentally punched her in the face, and then.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Hola.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh,
Not
John is
muted.
already unimpressed.
Not me. I'm so tired, Ashley. I'm so. And all I have to do today is talk for the next 5 hours and then do 2 spots of comedy. And it's just like, all I want to do is sit quietly. So if you're coming to the Comedy Chateau show tonight or the Flapper show, get ready for a man to be like, "Hey, have you guys ever noticed that I just want to sit in this chair?" And that's what we're going to do. Welcome to, it's called Anti-Comedy. I'll probably get nominated for Best Newcomer in Edinburgh. He just sat there.
What happened? Did you and Jamali go out and play the roulette wheels?
No,
talk to ladies.
It's just been a long, busy week, and we were in a different city, and then I had to drive. Like I drove us all the way there. Then you do comedy, then I drove all the way home, and it's just been a busy week. So it was also like, got back at 1 a.m, got up and like immediately started working again at like 8. Like, and it's just like it's just not ending. And this is one of those things where it's like, yeah, because the road is fun, but the problem with the road is like you're just not home, so it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. But then you're just like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
I'm having a kombucha. I just filmed a self-tape. Let me tell you, I might get that self-tape because I've never cared about something less in my life.
That's how it works. And you're tired? Oh, you probably look so fucking cool.
Oh yeah, I literally just ignored 3 things where I was like, I'm not doing that one part. That's I'm not doing that. Like,
what was the role? Was it racist number 2?
No, it was man who hikes.
Man who hikes. Cool.
Yeah. Can you hike? I mean, you got to see some of the things that people ask. Oh, Ashley, are we having a little tipple, a little nip, no?
Just a smidge.
Just a tiny one.
You were so well behaved with Will yesterday. You were barely drinking.
I know.
What was that?
I know.
Did you guys? Oh, I assume, Chris, we talked all about your new apartment. You gave us a tour. I just missed that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm here. It's nice. There's a window right in front of me, and there's a balcony there, and there's cool chairs behind me. It's all good. It's good stuff.
Okay, so which of those chairs have you already loudly jacked off in?
Oh, all of them. You got to make a place your own, John.
Well, here's my question: do you traditionally yank your cranker bedroom, or you? Let's say you have a run of the
I'm
whole
free and clear,
apartment.
buddy. I'm wherever I feel like it.
Kitchen?
I'll do it in the kitchen if that's where my aim is. Yeah. I mean, I'll close the fridge door. You know, I'm ego conscious.
Would you ever jizz in a cupboard? Question for both of you.
I jizz. I don't care. I jizz anywhere. You know, I'll clean it up. I wouldn't leave it to dry. I'm not a monster, but
No, you have to leave it to dry. You have to leave it to dry.
Oh, then no, definitely not.
Ashley, same question.
Bedroom.
Only bedroom.
Only bedroom.
Only bed. But you have a housemate though. If you lived alone.
No, that's what I'm saying. Even if, when you lived alone, you still kept it to the bedroom. See, I'm usually a bedroom guy.
Well, okay. This flat, I can see into the apartments across the way very easily, and they can also see into my apartment quite easily from the front. So,
but that's
bedroom is
outside
at the back of the
factors.
apartment.
Let's say all those factors are gone. You've got the privacy you need. It's your place.
By the way, you have the privacy you need by just drawing the curtains. Something that no one in
We don't have
Europe
curtains.
What? This is the thing.
We don't have curtains in the kitchen. I don't have them in my bedroom either, actually.
You don't have curtains in your bedroom?
I have decorative curtains.
Oh, you've got like silhouette curtains.
So
I've got like, you can see them. They're like netted.
Oh, so I assume you draw those and then play a little come hither game with the neighbors. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You look coquettishly through them before you draw them, and then do a whole burlesque routine.
You pick your head out in just a subtle, and then
take your gloves off like this.
Oh, of course.
Fling it. It's hot.
I have
is it
faced
hot?
out the window.
While
For some
doing
reason,
it?
it's okay. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But I don't have any buildings that can see right in.
So you've stood at that window and, for lack of a better term, treated your clitoris like a speed bag, but you wouldn't do that in a place where there's just windows. Fascinating. What a
Were you really lacking better
If I
terms
can
than
make
that?
eye contact with somebody,
No, I
I'm not going to
chose
do
that
it.
one, and that's it's so unnecessarily rude.
Yes.
Yeah, because it elicits this noise. Like it's because it combines masturbation and a human being making this motion.
Yeah, it's the two hands that gets me with the speed bag.
Exactly.
Is that you're
That's
like
what I was
taking
going.
turns, like
Do you not use two hands?
I with the clitoris. Well, I don't use two hands in this motion.
Yeah, I don't use two hands
No,
one at a time.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, this is what I do. I do this. I just do. That's right. That's my
I try
move.
to start a fire.
Yeah, that's good. I also
Give it
like
a
this
little
one.
bit.
I just do this. I just do that a lot of that.
And it makes
Is that
it all the
right?
way down. Damn.
I do it very close to it. I do it
Either
very close.
You got a Ben Pope sized hog, or your breathing is very powerful.
Here's the other thing I do though is you just put pressure. You just do this. Just go, and then you make like.
Wait, are we talking about dicks or clitorises right now?
Clitorises, all clitorises. This is all.
I was talking
clitorises.
about dicks. That was why I was like, wow. I thought that was you jacking it.
No, these are all. This is all stuff I do to the clitori.
Oh, gotcha.
The clitori.
The clitorati.
Yeah, the many clitorises that are just out there roaming.
Yeah.
The clitorati. Ew. There are some.
They're very fancy clitori.
There are some white women right now drinking prosecco that just called themselves the clitorati, and I want all of their cars to burst into flame.
Yeah, and they say things like, "You're such a Samantha."
Oh my God! Yeah, John is the clit commander. I mean,
we're gonna get you epaulettes.
Oh yeah, exactly. What is this for? I won the Great Orgasm Wars of 2021. What did you do while I brought women to heel with my classic moves of just doing this on the clitoris. Just go like this. Just go like this. Like that. Is that how you feeling, Ashley? Do you like that?
But then, like, do it all the way up her body and have it end in her face. You start between the legs and all the way up. Skip the nips completely, right between until you're just like a face hugger.
What like it's
Oh,
exactly
no.
it's exactly and when they ask you what are you doing, you can just turn to them very, very angrily and just go, pleasuring you.
Yeah. You lucky duck.
Ashley, you've slept with some men.
Uh-huh.
What is the worst thing a man has done in the bedroom that he thought felt good and did not feel or seem good in any way? And then
Never forget to lick a woman's hand. Never forget to lick a woman's hand.
Never. Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is lick the back of your own hand and then rub that on it. Do this.
Oh, like the
That's
extra
terrible.
face-off thing.
Isn't that awful?
That's awful. That's so terrible to think of.
And just say, I'm washing you like a cat, a pussy.
Oh, that's hot. That's
and
hot.
then
Women like that.
and then Kristen asks you do this.
Yeah, so it's like hot and wet, just a humid face. Nice.
Like a storm on a real summer's. You don't like that?
Ashley, how many times has a guy said those words in exactly that tone to you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like?
Thankfully, none.
I assume.
Sorry, Joe. We'll have it in bullet points on the Discord later.
I'm going to say this right now. When I tune into Joe Troke streams, I am always. This is an absolute sidebar, but I think. And then you say, "Oh, of course."
Look, you all know how to get me going.
This is hot. It's a lot of hot stuff.
Yeah. You know, you just talk about men thinking they're right, but when they're not right, you really like that. That's something that really gets you going. What are other things that get Ashley going? Just jizz being on her skin, tannins, all things you love. What else?
Asking a lot of questions. A lot of questions during it, but not like consent questions.
Oh,
like,
and also
like needy, just like, ooh, is that how they all look?
Also, I assume, Ashley, do you love it when someone shushes you? You seem like you love it when someone shushes you.
I'm trying to think, have I been shushed? I think I have.
Did you like it? Did you like that? Like, no one does. No one does. Here's the thing here's the thing that's crazy. When you were a kid, you could like or not like shushing, but it was never something you could get a visceral reaction to. But when you turn 18, I feel like that's when like someone shoots me being like, well, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a kid.
Yeah.
I shushed my brother a few years ago. We were drunk and we were having an argument about politics because, we're in our 30s. And I shushed him out of nowhere. I didn't even know I was going to do it. And while I was doing it, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I did that. Jesus Christ.
You totally reverted.
Yeah. It was wild.
An ex-girlfriend of mine shushed me and I said, that noise never better cross your lips again, or you're going to find out what happens. And then I left.
Oh,
it was in the middle of a.
You don't sound like the hero in that story.
No,
no one was the hero in that story. Here's what it was. I'll tell you how that fight started. That fight started with she got very drunk at a bar, called me to come have a drink because we were fighting. Real reason she called me was she'd maxed out all her credit cards and need someone to pay her bar tab, and she was in the midst of a blackout.
Fuck. And
so I paid it, and then I walked home, and she went, "Why are you angry?" Because she's super drunk, like whiskey drunk, where it's like, and I was like, you don't have a job and I'm paying for everything, and then you just went and got drunk with no money and then got me to pay for that too. And then she's just like, you just need to learn how to have fun. And I was just like, yeah, I'm trying. And then apropos of nothing, she was like, you fuck worse than a 16-year-old. And I was like, really? This is what we're doing? And then I was just like, well, here. And then I started, then she went, shush. And I just said that and then left. And then the next morning she woke up and have you ever woken up with someone who was drunk and I could tell she remembered, but she was like, oh, I was blacked out last night. I don't remember anything. And I was
yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Fun fact about her, later found out from a mutual friend, bipolar during our whole relationship, and she just never told me. And let me tell you, that's something you have to tell someone.
That is something you tell people.
Knew?
Pardon me?
She knew? It wasn't like a surprise to her?
Diagnosed at 16. She was
Fuck you.
actively not taking her pills. Oh, it was fascinating because then it was also that thing of like I then like did a bunch of Googling, and it was basically she's that long cycle bipolar, so unmedicated. So it was literally like I met her when she was on an up, and then our entire relationship she was slowly going down.
Yeah.
And all she had to do was tell me, "Oh, I'm bipolar," and then because she knew I would have been like, "Well, you have to take your pills."
Yeah.
I don't want to live in the same house as someone who's chemically coming after moi.
Yeah. Who do you think you are, Kanye?
I know. And even Donda was not that good. Also, fun fact, I only found this out recently. I knew they created one of the most awkward moments ever, which was we had a mutual friend. I was going to the place where this girl lived. My mutual friend was like, hey, she really wants to see you. Just be aware. She really wants to try and get back together and confess your love. And I was like, I don't want to deal with that. And she was like, yeah, I figured. But just so you know, like, you know, that thing where it's like, yep, well, that's your problem now. I've done all I can do as the messenger, which is I delivered you the message. And then I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm in the green room with rest of the review co-host Dylan Gott, who at the time had a broken ankle. And I tell him this thing I don't want to do. And he went, I'll come. I'll just come. I'll come as well.
Oh, nice.
She's like, no one could bring that up when there's a guy with a broken ankle there. And I went, you are right. And then we went to the bar. Totally
What a
worked.
hero.
Made even better by another comedian named Dave Martin showed up with a child's drawing of a MILF from Ottawa, like a moneyed, like ludicrously old hot lady, like 65. But you know, those like a 65-year-old who's still really showing cleave. Oh, Ashley's throwing up. Oh, Ashley, if you throw up, I'll give you $5. Ashley, throw up right now on stream. I'll give you $5 US. That's 450,000 British pounds.
Come on, Ashley, you can do it.
Come on, throw up, throw up,
chunks,
throw up.
chunks,
Did you throw up?
chunks, 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 chunks. Hello, podcast listeners. We're trying to encourage Ashley to blow chunks on stream.
I also
How you
I
doing?
want
Like
you to
and
know.
subscribe.
I inhaled my whiskey.
Someone else lives in this house and is right over there doing like an actual job.
Yeah.
And you and I are here chanting chunks at a 28-year-old.
I inhaled my whiskey. I'm okay.
Boke it, boke it, boke it, boke it, boke it, boke it, boke it.
Oh my God. I wish that, know what I wish? I wish David Hoare was on retainer and I could be like, David, can you get us a Boke It song in 15 minutes? I know
because he can. He totally can.
He definitely could do that.
Boke yourself dry. It's a boke. Boke. Welcome to the time that Ashley vomited. She is covered in vomit, and Chris and John are laughing and said, this is awesome. Yeah,
I just choked.
Is there anything that we could say that would make you just throw up? Are you one of those people that if you like, I've known people that if you just keep repeating the word moist, they basically like gag reflex.
Really?
Yeah, those people are weak. Those people are weak and from Canada and just can't handle how awesome that band is. Also, Ashley's mother broke her jaw on purpose during an elaborate game that I still think was an experiment by the Irish government. There was no way that you could say the word booger to that woman and then she'd be like, my sensibilities.
Like, I'm sure it won't be moist, but I feel like there's something. I feel like
I'm not. I'm not. It's not vomit that will do it for me. You could probably make me faint by talking about kind of blood and.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
That's too much power because blowing chunks is very funny, but fainting, you might hit your head when you fall. There's consequences.
You're telling me old abscess Ashley over there can't handle a little talk about the.
I can only talk about the things that have happened to me.
You should not have given me this power because I thought I was useless in vengeance against. Let's be totally honest. Because if we want to talk about stupid injuries, now we're in my yard.
Yeah.
Now you've had catastrophic medical problems.
Yes, but so have you. And look at how you reacted to some of my shit.
Yeah, that's true. We have clips.
First of all, I am well aware of all of those.
So I think, John,
I stand by all of them.
I think you have the same thing as me. I think you get completely upset by other stories, but you're able, because you have processed the things that have happened to yourself, you are able to listen to them.
I see what you're saying. I am upset by stories that include the following words: abscess, ear canal, Then my mom put the Allen key in my wet child mouth and broke my skull.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Allen key. I remember the
Yeah.
skull, but I forgot about the Allen key part.
Here's the thing: it's the Allen key is what. Like, listen, people break jaws and skulls. That happens. It's the fact that your mom fiddling with her Irishy fingers, wet from making some sort of pie, is then rooting around in the soft tissue of your upper palate. Like your upper palate has a little divot from when the Allen key accidentally went there and was twisted, and then and I could feel like I could hear it lock in the dampness of your mouth, the echo of a mouth, woman.
Yeah.
And then
I did taste
clicked.
a lot of iron for that year.
You see where that's so
But that was
much
because
more
there was metal in my mouth. Do you know what the worst thing about that brace was? It wasn't actually
Go ahead.
the skull cracking. The worst thing was that food would get so stuck in it. It was so gross. It was so gross. And because it basically, there was a little gap between the top of my jaw and where the brace was. So food would be up in between that gap. And like there was some food that just stayed there for the year because I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
And I had a thing that could help me clean it, but I just still couldn't always get everything. And so when he took it out, I purposely closed my eyes because I was just like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But the brace actually came out early because the teeth that it was attached to were baby teeth. And so one of them fell out.
That feels like that's like building like a skyscraper in a marsh. Like, why would you do a thing that you know is going to fall out? There's not a solid foundation.
I want to say that.
They didn't know it was
right
going to
now.
fall out, but yeah.
It's a baby tooth. Of course it's going to fall out.
I want to say this right now. They've built a lot of skyscrapers on marshes.
Yeah, they have.
You just gotta bury the foundations deep enough.
Yeah.
Didn't they just fill them in? They demarshed it. I think they demarshed it. Yeah, but like an active marsh, like a sinking, doesn't matter.
Silly.
You understand
Chris,
what I mean.
Chris,
it's a terrible choice.
That'd be silly. You couldn't do that. Your metaphor is flawed. This is my new. It's my new guy.
It was in for like 10 months. It only came out 2 months early.
Ugh. I want to baby bird that orthodontist. I want to just because I want him to know the terror that's in my mind for the rest of his. Like I just want to walk into his office and be like, "Hi," and he was like, "So what's the thing you're doing?" I'm like, "Oh, actually, no. I'm just here to baby bird you a chicken parm sandwich I had about 5 minutes ago." And then he's like, "What are you talking about?" And then I take a bunch of Ipecac, which makes me throw up, and then I throw up in that orthodontist's mouth. And he's like, "Why are you doing this?" I'm like, "Ashley Manning says hello," and he's just like, "Oh, I can still. It's still got chicken flavor." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then when he's all done, covered in like chicken parm vomit, I just kiss him on the lips and go, "You'll never forget me," and leave.
Oh no.
Ashley, how much money would I have to give you for you to baby bird the orthodontist that did that procedure to you? To be clear, by the way, baby birding in my mind means you are the mother bird and your victim is the baby bird, and you eat something ludicrous and then you throw it up in that person's mouth.
It would be a lot of money.
Is this
like how much money?
Yeah, how much money?
I don't know. It would have to be like.
Okay, let's start. $5,000.
$5,000.
No, would have to be more than that.
$10,000.
$7,000.
John, you cheap bastard.
That's right. I want to know exactly how much.
Like, I'm gonna say absolute minimum is $100,000.
Very
baby bird
easily
someone?
done. No. Baby bird, the orthodontist that did that to her specifically, $100,000.
Didn't he help you though? Aren't you like healthier as a result of your cracked skull?
That's why I'm charging more.
Because
I don't really want to do this, and I don't think he deserves it. But
wait a minute.
The question isn't
back up.
moral. The question
back
is
up. How much to just baby bird an enemy? How much money?
Okay.
While Ashley's thinking about that,
you know, okay, I already know who I would want to do this to.
I knew you
Who
would.
is somebody that came up in our conversation during the week, and
Oh,
I would probably do that for $5,000.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and theys and thems of the chat, speaking of giving money to someone to do something, today's Substitute Teacher Thursday.
Yay!
What-
I also,
what a
Chris, I want you to
seamless
know,
segue.
I did that on purpose. I was trying to get us to drive towards there, but I just was like, I was going to wait and see how long this would resolve. Also, I think baby birding. I think that I would let Trump.
Let me finish the plug. Shut up.
No,
Let me do
no.
this. So
Trump
what we're
can be
doing
back
is
on Twitter, but I get to baby bird him. Go ahead, Chris.
Substitute Teacher Thursday is we did this once before. We thought it was a good idea. So we're going to do it every first Thursday of the month, where you guys donate money to a charity, specifically Eva's Place. Put in the command !Eva, donate some money to the charity, and you get to tell us, send us the link to a YouTube video that you want us to watch on air and talk about. We've had some very strange ones. Baldy sent us some sexual harassment videos from the 50s. Yeah, that was a good one. So if you want to do that, it could be, I mean, it's whatever you can afford. If you can afford $10, it's a Canadian charity. So if you can afford $10, $10 is great. If you can afford $5 is great, but whatever you can afford is fantastic. Just let us know that you donated and send us the video that you want to watch. And we will do that because John is tired and substitute teachers watch videos when they're tired. So
just coming in from Mr. Steve Mooney regarding the $100,000. We can have a whip round. I've got 355. I will give you a solid 30 pounds.
Andrew Foster, a reasonable, you know what a reasonable length video is, like your average YouTube video. If this is the video for Inagata Davida,
Like
then no.
2
But if
minutes.
it's like 3,
ish.
yeah, 2-3 minutes max.
It can be 4 minutes, but you know, just
It's got to be an engaging 4 minutes.
Yeah, it better be good. Yeah.
Wow, aren't we being?
And
very
also bear in
strict?
mind that we do pause it a lot, and therefore a 2-minute video probably takes us about 15 minutes to get through.
And it's also not going to be a linear. Like we ended up at baby birding our enemies, and I think we started talking about how I'm tired. Like, how the fuck did we get there?
Well,
we accept
that is
all
the real
coins,
question.
Joe. We accept all coins.
We do not accept Dogecoin. All, and I mean this, all cryptocurrency accepted by the Untitled Twitch stream must have a utility and regulated by the SEC. We do not go into unregulated meme coins. That's just a pump and dump scheme. And the following people deserve to be baby birded by me: Jordan Belfort, Elon Musk, Logan Paul, that other one that's his brother, that
Jake
weird
Paul.
guy who, Jake Paul.
Is that
Thank you,
his
Chris.
name? I did not know that.
Yeah, also known as the Paul brother that's the really sociopathic one, as opposed to the normal sociopathic one.
Is that the one that got done with guns in his house recently? Like a
That's
year?
the one that it's the one that
Is it
he
the
almost
Suicide
burned down.
Forest?
No, Logan Paul was the Suicide Forest.
Okay.
Jake Paul was the guy that set his pool on fire with gasoline, and then got federally interrogated for inspiring one of the first super spreader events during COVID.
Wow.
So it's always important to be the first.
Nice summation of our show here from Kimmers. Went from tired to wanking to vomiting into a dentist's mouth. Gotta love
an
UTS.
Orthodontists.
We cover a lot of ground, guys. We really do. We like to address the hard-hitting current conversations of the day.
The elephants in the room.
What is the most intense weaponized? If you have to weaponize any of your body fluids, what's the worst one? Like, what's the worst one to get on you?
Well,
For me, it's
I don't
either
understand
jizz or
the
vomit.
question.
It's okay. You have to hurl one of your body fluids at an enemy.
How much?
Great question. I'm going to say tablespoon.
Okay, because that changed because like my first thought was honestly snot.
Snot's a big one.
Consistency and like the way that when you take it would like give the like the cheese strings off pizza in a commercial.
This is the thing. To the amount is a great
snot.
clarification. Yes, a tablespoon is just whipped it. Oh, save it. You've been building that up. You've been blowing your nose into a jar for a month. I'm gonna get this prick.
Well, that because if it was a cup, snot for sure, just a cup of boogers. But if it's a tablespoon, then maybe something else.
I think a tablespoon of jizz in the spoon is a real message because you went and got
Yeah.
I need to hurl jizz at my enemy.
Yeah.
I better go get a spoon.
Yeah.
Oh, I was picturing when as soon as you said spoonful, all of these things are on the spoon.
Yeah, me too. But of course.
Do we have to be able to get them out in normal ways? Or is it like if the spoon can sort of go into your body, scoop something out without doing any damage, like a ghost spoon that sort of takes it out? No?
No, it has to be, it can be harvested.
Okay.
But it must be retrieved from your body using, so if it's poop, scooping it out of the toilet, pee, you're peeing in the spoon, jizzing on the spoon.
I hate the idea of scooping your own feces out of the toilet.
Imagine also you really want it to be
you have to like,
and you want the center
you have to
ones,
like break into it.
Like a really, really, like you know, it's sort of the similar consistency to Abigail's flourless chocolate cake. Kristen, see the video, but you really got to put some, but not too much pressure, or you'll crack it. You like just
and almost actually, rather than cake, more like, you know, when you get an ice cream and you watch them like scoop it and they're trying to like press it onto the ice cream cone, like that's what we're talking about. They're trying to get like a full spoonful and shape it onto the ice cream. Like that's.
I think. I forgot to say, Eva's Place is a fantastic charity for youth homelessness in Toronto. Very worthy cause. I think that it would have to be diarrhea in a spoon. Like full, and you don't scoop it out of the toilet because then it's watered down. You hold the spoon between you and the toilet, and you shit through, and whatever the spoon catches, and then you full like dinner scene and hook.
Okay, if we are
into the
flicking,
face.
then some of that is going back onto you. If it's the more liquid it is, the more splash you're getting. If you are flicking like this, that is also.
That's a good point.
Also, if you think about it, on a tablespoon, if it's a more solid substance, you can get more on because you can heap it, whereas liquid it's only. I just saw that comment. What the fuck did I walk into?
Hey, Andrews, what's up?
Honestly, I don't know how we got here, and
hang on.
We're just.
I feel like someone wronged John recently. He's on a real vengeance kick.
No, I'm not. No, I'm thinking about the diarrhea versus solid poo thing. I see what you're saying. While diarrhea seems more, but why you'd actually want it to be a solid poo is diarrhea. It's the smell, but it's also diarrhea is more gross because it's the feeling in your body coming out. But it's actually much easier to clean. Like a solid, like a real red meat, thick, bready shit that whacks on you. That's like being hit by a coin.
But
you know what I mean?
diarrhea, as it splurts towards you, it's going to get in your nose. Some of it's going to get in your mouth because you're going to be like, what? It's in your mouth. It's in your eyes.
You're going to get it in your beard, Chris.
I'm going to have to shave my beard.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. I'm going to have to start from scratch.
Hang on. But as someone who's recently shit themselves, shit is one of those things where it's just going everywhere no matter what. Still want to point out someone working an actual job right here.
Say the words Guinness shit loud enough for them to hear you.
A Guinness shit.
Yeah. I think we're not giving enough attention to the smells of these things. So diarrhea shit is definitely going to smell worse, but I do find it difficult to be around the smell of vomit.
I think I worked in a bar for too long.
Okay.
Yeah, I've worked in enough comedy clubs where it's just sort of like it's not pleasant, but it's also one of those things where also here's the thing. I've lived with just dudes. And you know what that means? That means certain places that need to be cleaned, well, they're not being cleaned.
Yeah. I remember a friend of mine, she lived with 3 guys in college, and they were potentially the most off the rails people I've ever met. But this is not one of the more off the rails things, but this is just something that they did, was they had a shit stain competition in the toilet. So they had to had to pick a side of the toilet. So there was 3 of them. One of them got the left side of the bowl, one of them got the right side of the bowl, and one of them had to try and shit on the front of the bowl. Okay. So they had like a few, I think they gave themselves like 2 weeks, and they each had to try and land their shit and grow their shit stain as big as they could. Big as they could by the end of the 2 weeks.
First of all,
I think the prize was that whoever's was I can't remember if it was whoever's was biggest or smallest had to clean it.
Got to be smallest. It's a stain
It's got to be
competition.
smallest. Also, the
Yeah.
trick to that is whoever got the front of the toilet has the easiest job because all you have to do is just sit on the toilet reverse, and then it's all going to accumulate there. And also, European toilets can barely handle like just shitting in a normal way. I guarantee there's no water flow there, so it's just there for a while, and then it's wicking onto the ivory, and then.
And they probably didn't flush for a while on purpose, that it would get crusty, so that when you flush it, it doesn't just wipe
wouldn't
away.
come
There's
off.
gonna be some thoughts involved.
There's so much thought going into this.
Yeah.
One of them, I think the guy who made up this competition, he
What
enjoyed
was that,
blowing
Tom?
things up.
That hero who invented this competition, I think is the word you were looking for. What do you mean when blowing things up? Like toilets?
I don't remember.
People,
I remember he messed around with explosives, and I'm pretty sure it led to him getting booted out of either the house or the university.
I'm going to say this. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I don't like when people use like destruction as a personality trait. I'm always like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's never a good sign.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Blow me up? Well, I'm gonna baby bird you, and I might be dead, but you'll never forget the taste of that Big Mac, regurgitated, masticated, and then returned to your throat gullet.
Have you ever? What's the what's the most kind of out there throwing up situation you've been in?
There's been a lot. Okay, the one that I remember off, the first one that came to mind. I was in a bar downtown in London. It used to be called Lab. It's called Swift now. It's a fantastic cocktail bar. Genuinely, was one of the best in the world. All my friends worked there, so I would sit there. And my friend had this rule that we drank for free as long as we had a shot of Jägermeister with every cocktail. So as soon as you couldn't do Jaegers anymore, then you had to start paying for your drinks. And I remember I was sitting there with two buddies at the bar, and he gave us our cocktails, gave us the Jaegers. We all did the Jaegers. We'd done about 5 or 6 at that point. And at the same time, we all just stood up, turned, walked single file into the bathroom. There were urinals. There was one stall, 2 urinals, and a sink. One friend went straight in. The guy at the front of the line walked into the stall. Next guy threw up in a urinal. I was going to do the second urinal. Didn't have time. Made it to the sink.
No.
Exploded everything. And because of the way a sink is with the slopes, and it was basically all liquid, whoosh, just walls, everything. Yes. And while I was doing it, my friend came in to check on us. And so he just looked at me. He's like, "Are you guys okay?" And I'm standing there, there's puke on the walls next to me. It's like just sort of stringing in my beard. And he's like, "What?" And I was like, I'm gonna clean it up. And he went, "No." Just fucked off. I did clean it all up, so they didn't kick me out. I spent about 20 minutes in there with paper towels, wiping down all the walls. And I came out and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, "Dude, you cleaned it up. I don't give a shit. You cleaned it up. It's fine. Do you want a Jaeger?" And I was like, "Fuck you."
Did you go home or?
No, I had another drink. I had puke mouth. I'd just been in the fucking bathroom of a bar.
Yeah, it's also he's fine now.
Oh yeah.
I had lunch. Chris Martin's bachelor party. I was just gunning drinks like a madman, and there were a lot of posh boys there. And I at one point just like burped, really like vomit burp, and they were like, "Oh, are you gonna puke?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "What?" And I was like, "What? We're at a party." Like, and then I just went into the woods and threw up an ungodly amount. I have a lot of autumn sources. A lot of them have been shared on this stream before. There's that one. I was at King Geo WTF's wedding many years ago, and we were told it was bring your own booze, and then he surprised us by buying a bunch of booze. But me and Pandy Andy and Matt Stringler and our friend Karen, we all went to an LC and bought a crazy amount of beer and liquor And so we just had a second bar in the truck, which was a real
Nice.
dangerous thing. So we had 2 bars opposed to 1 bar. And that 1 bar was just a canoe filled with booze. So before dinner, because they made a suckling pig and all these delicious food, Pandy Andy turned to me and said, Hamish, that's my nickname. He went, we better go make ourselves throw up in these woods. And I went, that's a good idea, Pandy Andy. And then we went into the woods, right? And we shoved our fingers down our throats and we violently threw up in the woods. We didn't realize we were violently throwing up in front of where all the children were playing. So they all just went, that's a fun game. And so they then started making themselves throw up. So I went and told their parents and they were like, what? And I was like, you might want to go check on your kids. And they were like, why? It's a part, they're fine. And I was like, they're not fine.
No, they're all pre-bulimic right now. This is a bad.
No, it was only a 3-year-old and he didn't actually do it, but he was like laughing because he was like, what the fuck? And then I saw him be like, no. That was my favorite one. I remember that one, by the way. Both of the parents got super drunk at that wedding, allegedly, supposedly, because the 3-year-old was walking around and the 3-year-old had just pissed itself. Like it just had like, and I was like, your kid pissed itself. And then the one of the parents was like, what? When did that happen? I was like, I don't know, but you might want to fix that. There was another time I was leaving Theatre St. Catherine in Montreal, and I smoked too much weed, allegedly, supposedly, with the, at the time, fiance of the host of CBC's The Debaters, allegedly, supposedly. Ooh. And not the host, the host's wife. Mm-hmm. And then I got into a cab to get home. Now, that cab should be about $15, maybe $20, if it's expensive. It was, he was trying to charge me $50 to $75. And I woke up and I had to violently throw up. And he was like, you owe me all this money. And I was like, I passed out. You took me for a ride. I'm not paying it. And he went, I'll give you $15 or $20. I can't remember what I decided in my head. I think it was $20 because I had a $20 bill. And he went, no. And I went, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. I have to throw up right now. It'll be in the cab and I'll pay $75. Or it's $20 and I throw up outside of the cab. And he went, no deal. And then and he was like, oh, fine, $20. And I went, good point. And I literally opened the door and just went, and then I remember because then I slid the other side and just his eyes on me the whole time as I slid through the back seat out the other side and then looked up and my roommate was just on the balcony of the apartment, just like, no. That's when I had first lost all of the weight. So I just passed out and blacked out all the time because I had been almost 400 pounds. Right. So alcohol didn't affect me in the same way, to the point that one of them still is like, you're such a lightweight. And I recently was a bit mean where I lost a bunch of weight and that changes how you drink. So just so you know, if that, and then I shouldn't have said this, but I did when I went, so if that ever happens to you, you'll have to go through that adjustment. But it was just one of those things where I was just like, I'm just enough of your fucking nitpicky. Like, yeah, I don't. Like,
also,
one of those things.
The whole lightweight bullshit is so. It's just so shite patter, as they say here. You know, it's just like, who cares? Who cares? It's just this like binge drinking culture. And
it's also that individual. It's like, the reason why you had a pill problem throughout the last 10, like a pill and drug problem for the last 10 years. You don't get to be like, oh, your tolerance is low. It'd be like, you're cheating. Yeah. If I did Coke 4 times a week, yeah, I'd be pretty good at drinking because you got to do something.
Having a high tolerance is not really a bragging point. Like,
it is if you're in your early 20s.
It is, but
if you're 21, then there's a sense of like.
It's the saddest brag.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's the same as the guys that jump up and can like touch a tree branch, and they're like, "I'm better than you."
I need you to understand the
this
fact
is meaningless.
that men are the controlling side of the species is shocking, because when we are children and told you need to be able to attract those people to your penis, our like first strategy is to just walk up and push women. That's the first one, and then our second strategy is just to touch the tops of door frames and then look back as if to say, come on. If you ever want to know what it's like to touch a door frame, at the top of it, I can tell you.
Oh my God, there's a cat.
There's
a cat.
Oh.
Buddy, you want to come on? Hang on, I'll go get him.
Oh, we're going to see a cat. I'm so excited. I just saw his little face come around.
Oh, and she immediately went for belly rubs.
Oh my god. She's so cute.
That's very sweet.
We can't see her. Oh,
Hey.
she's so chill. What's her
That's
name?
very sweet. The way she immediately was like, belly rubs, just fell on her side. I was
Yeah.
like, John's here.
Her name is Baja. She's Mexican. It was rescued off of the streets of Mexico, right? Yeah.
Baja just looked into my soul.
Oh, Baja doesn't fuck around. Also, Baja is really good at scaring you in a way that you never get quite used to. Like last night, I came back real late, and you've just never lived in a nightmare more than you're like, you heard something come down the stairs, you check the stairs, there's nothing there, and then there's just a cat sat in the kitchen, and you just go, I knew that was you, but that scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, cats are
I don't know where she
dickheads
went.
for the most part.
I gotta tell you, I've always been like neutral on cats. In the last year, especially, I'm like, great, they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Oh,
chunks,
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 chunks. Oh, damn it, Ashley.
I dried out my throat earlier, so it's now going to catch a few times.
Chunks, 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 chunks. There's a cat that lives outside here too. It's a pretty great house. This cat that lives in the backyard, and last night I was getting ripper baked before bed, right? And I didn't know cats were nocturnal. I just thought they were lazy assholes. So like 1 o'clock in the morning, this cat was literally like leaping off of the like full start, like running, leaping over the railing and landing on the lawn, then like running up onto the railing, then jumping off. And here's the thing though, it was just in the darkness, and all I can do is hear this. And then occasionally there's just a cat like right here, and I'm like, and then at a certain point I did the most stoned thing, which was like, Ghost, the cat's name is Ghost, you gotta chill. I'm a little high and you're freaking me out. And then in your head you're going, yeah, I think the cat knows that I'm a little high, because I just spoke to the cat like it was a delivery person hanging some art.
Yeah.
Could you just?
Do you know that
I like
cats?
this.
Oh, go on.
Scariest thing I've ever had was waking up to a toddler just standing over me, staring about 12 inches from my face. I like that. Just right there.
My brother used to do
kids
that. When I would stay with my dad and my brother, when my brother was like 4, I remember it was a summer I had just signed with a Canadian comedy club chain called Yuck Yucks, and how they like bring you in is they'll give you a bunch of work, but you have to drive, and you have to drive the worst headliners they employ, because no one else will work with them, but you're so new you don't know to say no. So it would be like, we can't leave the gig because the headliner has fully left to buy drugs in Kitchener, Ontario.
Great.
And it's like, well, I'm supposed to drive him, so I guess I have to wait. So getting back so late, and I'd get back so late, and then my brother would wake. Like I remember once I got back at 4 a.m, lay down on the air mattress, and it felt like this. I went like this. And then I woke up, and there's a 4-year-old's or 6-year-old's face this far away from my fucking head, just asking me if I want to watch television. And then we would watch TV, and he would pause the DVDs of the show Emergency to be like, did you see what just happened? And I would say yes. And he would go, well, then what happened? And I'd be like, I was asleep. And he's like, that's fine. We'll rewind it. And I'm like,
Oh, do you know that cats domesticated themselves? Humans didn't domesticate cats. Cats domesticated themselves. They basically watched how we treated our children and started to act like them. Just started to act cute and needy, so that we would give them food.
Big cat shut down Ashley.
Cats froze you out.
Yeah.
Can't be telling cat secrets
what
on the
point
internet.
did I freeze at?
Right after acting cute.
They act cute, and they act all cute and needy so that you give them food.
Yeah, and then it was weird. Then you said 9/11's an inside job. I have some questions about and then it just cut off, and I assume.
Yeah.
was
Yeah, exactly. They meow to mimic the way that like child's voices and baby cries and stuff.
Holy
I
shit!
I know they're so evil and genius.
I always feel weird when human beings critique the behavior of other animals. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, it's pretty fucked up. A cat imitates a child's cry, but like, we're human beings. We invented pornography and the nuclear bomb. Like, sometimes we need to look in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like, when humans are like, I'm so scared of a Komodo dragon. Go ahead.
Animals like to watch sex too. They just don't have the equipment to create on demand.
Yeah, they would 100% be into it.
Chris,
But
why did your camera just get so much bluer? What filter did you just put on?
Better?
There we go. Yep, you're trying something. Your hat's still really blue, and the color, the white balance is off on your camera, but it's better.
That's what it was. Yeah, the white balance was being weird, and it kept shifting because as I moved, I would go in and out of the shadows, and so I just turned it off, and then I was going to adjust it, but it made me very blue. Now I'm yellow.
You're yellow. Do you have jaundice? Is your liver failure?
Yeah, I moved into my own place, and the first thing I did was I put up a bookshelf and got jaundice.
Did you smoke a bunch of weed on your patio?
I haven't done that yet. I'm still sort of like, no, I will very soon. Still getting my shit together. I haven't had any downtime because it was like I moved in 2 nights ago, and I had to move in the night because I had to take my dad to the doctor in the afternoon, and then he moved me down, and then I was just tired. And then I spent the next day shitting because I ordered pizza from the wrong place, apparently. And did the 2 streams and then went and did a show, which was very fun. And then today I've had the 2 streams. And then we're going to do another one. And then I've got a meeting. But then tomorrow,
we're doing a stream.
And I have a meeting in the morning. But at night, I may feel relaxed enough to smoke some weed.
Yes.
Is that meeting with me tomorrow?
Yes. No.
No, I know we have that other.
Show is. Yeah.
Wait, are you both having a meeting without me tomorrow? What's going on? Am I being cut out?
I want to say yes because I know that you'll stress about it, but no, it's not.
Yeah, I know. No, it's also or is it? You can't cut me out.
Can't we?
Yeah, you could.
Look how easy that was. How easy was that?
So easy.
Oh my god.
How you like that shit?
This is the way it was.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
What is
That was
this?
good stuff.
Like,
that's just good, clean fun.
How did we get here?
Incrementally, just picking up the best bits as we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was very fun. It was very fun.
Oh, the people are back,
That makes me
guys.
laugh.
Yeah. Oh, Steven, do you want us to go? Because listen, buddy,
We
I
can
am
go.
like I am totally like Steven. It's you can have this, or you can have. That's one option. You can also have this. Doesn't have to be that. Doesn't have to be that, Stephen.
It can be anything.
Or we can just do this.
Penis into
We can do whatever we want. It's crazy.
You can do
It's nuts.
So much
anything.
power.
I'm too high to make a sensible decision. Well, you know, don't go. If you go, I'll be drinking this shit strong cider alone again.
Don't worry, Andrew. We got you. We're here for a little while yet.
Also, Andrew, I'm going to say it. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Cider is such a good drink to drink by yourself. I like it's like it is my. I remember once I was staying at Kiri Pritchard McLean's house by myself. She and everyone else who lived there was gone, and she for some reason was like, I got a bunch of this like blackberry cider. And I was like, all right. And for some reason, after all of the gigs at the Frog and Bucket, I would close. I would walk back to her place, which was about like a 40-minute walk. I would then bang out like 5 ciders and then just take her dog for a walk, drunk in the middle of whatever weird part of Manchester she lives in. Also, Ashley is frozen in the middle of giving me a forget about it. I really like it.
I fucking love the blackcurrant cider.
Am I still frozen?
You're back now.
You're bit pixelated. Also,
Are you back now?
Has anyone seen the new Sopranos movie, by the way?
No, not yet.
I just don't want to watch it. Can we stop? Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to know.
Do you?
Yeah, and it's got like apparently. I mean, I listened to the WTF with David Chase. It's him, right? He was the guy.
Yeah.
And Marin, who loves openly talking about how things aren't very good, seemed to genuinely enjoy it. So that gave me a little bit of hope.
Interesting.
But it doesn't mean as much to me as it does to you. So.
Hang on. It's coming in from Kimmersby. I don't know what this is in response to. Well, we started with convo about John being tired. Then
I think Kirsten came in late and asked what we've covered so far. So
that's she asked what we missed. Yeah.
Okay. I really am enjoying this summation of this episode so far. Well, this is coming in from Kimmersby, the podcast listeners. Well, we started with a convo about John being tired. This eased effortlessly into a talk of wanking and treating a clit like a punching bag, and on to a talk of vomiting into someone's mouth. And that was just the first 26 minutes.
I love how much Kimmers keeps track of what we cover in what length of time.
Steel trap.
Yeah. It's great.
Is Kimmers a mod?
No.
Kimmers, if you want to be a mod, you let us know. You're on top of shit. Kimmers, you are
Yeah.
very welcome as a mod if you want to be a mod.
Oh man.
Thank you, Joe. For some reason, by the way, I agree. This is the thing with Joe. I just don't feel like I'm missing anything. Relieved it's a prequel rather than a film sequel. Last season of the Sopranos series was excellent. I completely agree with you. I love it's a beautiful artistic interpretation of you don't get to know. You're getting a glimpse of this human being's life. You don't get to know. It's fantastic. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
So I would love that. Kimmers B said I would love that. I don't know how to
I am not currently signed into the Untitled Twitch account. But
I am. I'm on it.
If you are, cool. Because even editors can't make somebody a mod. Funny that.
Join us. Here's my question for all of you. What happened? What are your theories on what happened after the end of The Sopranos? Let me quickly answer that. He got shot. They fucking murdered him.
That was what it was, right? You just didn't know who shot him. That was the whole thing. Is there's like 5 people in there that could believably have shot him.
It would have probably been Rusty or New York to do it. It could have also been a faction within the within the family to do it. The thing is like Patsy is somewhat on his side, but who really knows? Really, who really knows? It could have been Polly Walnuts. I wouldn't have been surprised if it's Polly Walnuts. It could have been a bunch of people. Could have been a bunch of people.
What was your question going to be?
My question was going to be, When you think of the seaside, what they literally tell you that's going to happen earlier in the season. Yes, they do. What was that noise?
That's Chris using his phone.
What are you doing, Chris?
What's happening?
Hello.
Why do you need to be on the
Why?
phone?
Hold on. My speakers aren't working. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette because I just realized that I can smoke on stream again because I have a balcony.
Just one quick joke. This is very good. Coming in from Steve Mooney. They got the gold off the back of the bus. Shit, that's the Italian job. Yeah. Holy shit, mod view is insane. Oh, Kimmersby is reveling in it and all.
Enjoy it, Kimmers. Welcome to the team.
That's fun. That's really fun. Hey, should we we have to record an episode for tomorrow. Is tomorrow's episode, I know we're doing admin on stream, but I just can't think of what I was gonna ask, so I'm just moving on to another topic.
Something about the seaside?
That I know why I asked that actually. We will go back to that. Is this episode we're recording tomorrow, is that for a bank show or is that for the
That's for one of the days
Patreon?
that we are missing next week.
Perfect. Great. Never mind.
So to keep everybody up to speed, myself and John are kind of away over the next 2 weeks. There's 2 nights where we overlap, so we are pre-recording a couple of episodes to put them out. So there'll be 2 shows next week that won't be live. They'll be pre-records, but we'll be streaming them as live. So you'll be able to come in and chat to yourselves about what we're talking about, which I think is kind of what you do a lot of the time anyway. So that is what's going to happen next week, just since we're on it.
Yeah. And the reason why I asked is also one of those episodes I will be violently high in the recording of, and that will be the episode we're recording tomorrow. Chris is muted. I don't know why.
Not anymore.
How are
Can you hear
you?
me?
How's it? Yeah, how's it feel to be?
Okay.
Here's a weird thing I noticed: Canadians smoke more than Americans.
Yep, a lot more. Victoria is full of smokers. I couldn't believe it because it's like a hippie town. I thought everyone would be like very clean eating and very proper. Nope, just everyone's chain smoking from kids to old people.
It's a weird thing. It's you forget, and I did know that because a huge amount of Canada's crops are tobacco. So it's a huge crop in like international tobacco is based there were a bunch of companies, but it's just one of those weird things where you just wouldn't associate. You'd think America would be unhealthy in that way, and you're like, no, they're unhealthy in the traditional way, in the food way. Oh,
Andrew Foster has donated to the charity.
Send us the video. We'll watch it.
Send us the video. We can
send
even watch the beginning of it, or you can tell us what part of it is good. If you think there's a specific part you'd like us to see, send us the video. We'll give it a go.
You know what I realized when
And
I was
thank you for
muted
donating.
is that on the pre-record episodes, when they watch it, they'll have their own private chat. They can talk about whatever they want and name everyone, and we won't know because we're not going to be there. You guys get your own private chat.
Oh my god.
Not that private. We can just look back later.
We can, but are any of us going to? I probably will. I kind of watch back anytime I'm not here. So
yeah, I feel like we should check in. You know what I mean?
I'll bring up that clip.
Good God, that's gonna be the longest I go without Twitch streaming because I leave Tuesday night. Yeah, I leave the 12th, and then I'm not back until the 23rd. So I'm gonna miss like a bunch of them. Oh, it's gonna be weird. I might jump in. I might jump in from Dubai. Like I might just say, "Fuck it." I'll just because it'll start at 1 a.m. for me, which is gonna be
real
awful.
late.
Yeah, we'll see. I might just pop in at the beginning of.
Oh, is it the morning?
No, it's in the evening. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 to 3 a.m. Oh, I don't want to go to Dubai. I just wish they would give me
so
money for
pretty.
not working. Aw.
Look at that. Huh?
Just move.
Oh,
just turn
it
around.
is nice.
Huh?
What's the street name?
It's John's mom's hot ass avenue.
Everyone knows that city. That street is in Vancouver, Chris, not Victoria. You fool.
Oh, I just moved here. I must have gotten. That's where I used to buy my drugs.
From my mom's hot ass. Good times. I like that better. I like that. That was more fun. Also, send us
First
the where's
3
this-
minutes. First 3 minutes of this video, apparently.
First 3 minutes of this video.
So I'm gonna bring it up now. Sorry, I got very confused trying to bring up this video for no reason. I've done this loads of times, but for some reason it got me this time.
It happens.
Okay.
It's happened to me as well. Boom.
Yeah. Cool.
No, Andrew, we got to watch the clip. These are the rules. Substitute teacher Thursday.
Yeah, we're fine with
Substitute
watching.
Teacher Thursday. So this is called the 12-foot ninja. No idea what to expect.
Very excited.
Great.
Where to watch the first 3 minutes.
I'm gonna say this right now. I am not expecting a 12-foot ninja. I am wrong.
That's Scotland-ish.
Yes. No, or
I'm getting
Australia.
Lumberjack vibes.
New Zealand?
Is that somebody's arm?
Certainly is. Is that a filing cabinet in the woods?
I think it's a speaker.
Oh, apparently 12-foot ninja is the name of the band whose music video this is.
Oh, gotcha.
What do my dreams mean?
Did you bring it? Administer the dream gravy onto your finger and insert it in here.
Oh, the devil.
Oh, you're gonna lose that finger.
I like this.
This feels like a Mighty Boosh sketch.
This feels like you two.
Yeah. I'm both guys, and Chris is the jar.
Yeah, stick your finger in me.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. It's a different take. It's a different take than the other take.
Wow, that guy's eyes are really into it. The devil is acting the hell out of this.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, his eyes changed.
I can taste your dreams.
Kimmer's not sure what's going on here.
I love it. I love that it turned into some screamo.
The sky explodes. Waves rise.
Pause it. Pause it right now. There was no way you could have predicted how smooth and velvety that guy's voice was going to be.
Yeah.
Like we all were sure it was going to be brutal, and instead, it's just, and then
Yeah. I was
But it's-
fully screaming.
You know what it reminds me of is it's got Tea Party vibes. Jeff.
Can't be good. That can't be good.
Give it a listen. Give it a listen. It's very Tea Party-esque.
But you hate the Tea Party.
I do, but like not musically, but vocally. He's in that same sort of realm where it's like I'm metal crooning.
Do you think it's possible you'll run into the lead singer of the Tea Party when you are in?
God, I hope so.
And it feels like heaven's coming down.
We desperately want him on the podcast. Desperately want him on the podcast. We have so many questions for him. We hate his music so bad.
Do you think that you could get him?
I don't think. I think someone might listen to the podcast before he came on, and then be like, all they do is shit on you for weeks.
Here's the thing that I was thinking about is I think because I have a friend of a friend, I could in theory connect you with your podcast, the Big Shiny Podcast's great nemesis, Danko Jones.
Yeah, we're good. It's not really our nemesis. He's just like a dick.
No, I think what's even fun. No, I think he thinks he's your nemesis. He definitely. Oh God.
I'll wait until the headphones go back on.
Yeah.
He thinks he's our nemesis. We just think he's a fucking dink. And,
all true.
And that's not, that's not the stuff of rivalries. We're not invested in it. We just think he's a douche.
Yeah.
And so fuck him. Like we don't want to waste our time with him. He's a loser.
Let's keep watching this video.
Whereas Jeff Martin has nemesis potential.
I feel like heaven.
Your voice it shouts inside my head.
And musically, this is much more interesting than Tea Party.
I can't find
Where'd he go?
You're the devil in my blood.
Andrew, at the end of the video, does the devil explain what this means?
No, it's a dream.
But that's the whole point, is the devil explains what his dreams are, right? He went to the door and he said, what do my dreams mean?
Yeah, I think that was the premise.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Let's get to the end then. Also, I want to know who Tatiana Schmalach is. Who's Tatiana Schmalach?
I think she's the woman that was just singing there, and
yeah,
she's very cool. I like her.
Sounds like if Metallica had a baby with Instagram.
No, wait, we gotta go to. Let's watch the first 3 minutes so he gets his money's worth, and then we'll switch to the end.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a singer for a band called Ginger. Oh, nice one.
I close my eyes and
Is that her?
Yeah.
see myself in the arms of the sea. You wrap your hands around me now and pull me down.
Oh, they're creepy.
Amazing cinematography in this.
Yeah.
That's a cool shot.
Over and out. You caught me. I'm not afraid. Over and out.
Who do you think's in the band? Do you think he's in the band?
I hope so.
I have no idea.
I get the feeling it's just the dream guy.
Yeah.
And then the drummer, not welcome.
Yeah.
Bassist and drummer, get the fuck out of here.
You're the devil in my blood.
Do you think these are based on real dreams that he has? Like, did he give his dream
Maybe.
journal to the people that made the video? Oh, okay. The guy's floating in the river in the van.
We have
Oh,
watched
yeah.
the first 3 minutes. We're going to skip to the end. I have to say one thing is that I kind of hate when things don't have faces like that.
Oh, okay.
It freaks me out.
You would have hated the movie Dick Tracy then. No face would have been a real problem for you.
Do you know what sticks in my brain? Did you ever see that Grimm Brothers movie with Heath Ledger and Matt Damon?
Absolutely. Wait a minute. You have seen that, and then you haven't seen anything else?
Why is that the only movie you've seen, Ashley?
I've seen-
what?
Because
You've seen that movie and like Billy Pants and the inevitable snogging time.
But it's so creepy. The children lose their faces, and it's quite. I actually think it's quite an okay film. It has almost Stardust vibes. Did you ever see that movie Stardust?
Yeah, I love Stardust.
Stardust, great, but this
Yeah.
is sort of along that vein, I think.
Okay.
But like weirdly creepy, and I mean the Grimm fairy tales were creepy.
Oh my God. Cinderella is a war crime if you read the actual original like the amount of foot cutting that happens.
Yeah.
Weird.
You know, the very first Cinderella story came out of Egypt, and it was a story of an Egyptian, I think she might have been an Egyptian princess, and she had her sandals stolen by a crow, and then the crow drops them on a fountain or something. But it was like the first time that motif was seen of the shoes being stolen, and they drop them on a fountain and the prince finds them or something. It's the same story, but it's the earliest record of that motif in a story is out of Egypt.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a total sidebar.
Great. That's what we're here for.
Okay. The end
I
of
think
this.
just hit play now because it's about to kick into the talk.
Cool.
Oh, looking big.
I've never seen the movie Big. I just feel like I'm missing nothing. Oh,
it's pretty fun.
Has he been standing there for 40 years? Is that?
That's right.
Okay.
Ask your question, old man.
I think I'll get it now.
It was the fact.
I was not expecting that.
No, neither was I. I enjoyed that very much. That was very fun.
It's very
I also just realized we might have let too much of the song play and we're going to get a strike on it. But anyway.
Oh, that's
damn.
right. Yeah, that didn't even cross my mind. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we
We'll
should have
see.
just watched the bit at the beginning before the song kicked in. Shit.
Nice work,
Oh, well.
Andrew. Great stuff. Thanks for
Yeah.
sending that in. Thanks for donating.
Yeah,
money
that was
to
a
Eva's Place.
weird
Yeah, thanks,
thing.
thanks, Andrew,
I enjoyed
for
it.
getting to say fucking DCMA strike on YouTube. You son of a bitch.
Andrew, I feel like you might be new enough here to not know that John's joking.
Yeah, and I'm not. I'm not joking. I fucking imagine. I really just turn on the chat.
Oh, Kirsten has donated to the charity as well. And she's kindly offered that somebody else can pick her video.
Oh my
so
God,
if anybody
very
has
exciting.
anything else they want to send us, please let us know if it's a music video that we can clip out of when the music starts. So that we don't get our channel taken down off YouTube. Thank you.
I thought you might be new enough. Apologies, Andrew. Apologies. Go fuck yourself. How about that?
Andrew, how about this, Andrew? Take a fucking long walk off a short pier. Hey, guess what, Andrew?
Oh,
guess what?
burn.
Guess what's free? Yeah, that's right. It certainly is.
That's like how my mother handles confrontation.
Hey, Andrew, up your nose with a rubber hose, pal. Huh? How about
Whoa,
this?
some things you can't take back.
What are you going to
John.
say next?
And
I'm rubber your glue? Like
No, not anymore. Now that you ruined it, I'm going to say this.
Nice
And how
one.
about you go fuck yourself
Little-
right in
little
the.
hissy.
And then when that breaks off, then you can take it right up your. I don't even want to do that anymore. I'm really sorry about that.
Did you
How you
get all that
doing?
in?
That last one wasn't me. Yeah.
Steve Mooney has been first in with a choice for Kirsten's video.
Okay, yeah. We'll
I hope
watch
it's not a
Black Holes-
music video. Otherwise, we're
It is.
fucked. No, we
It's
can't.
Black Hole-
We can't watch another music video.
No.
We'll be
We just
fucked.
won't watch. We just mute it. We just mute it and watch the images. Yeah, all right.
We can watch any before and after clip things.
Yeah, how about
Yes.
just not another music video because we just don't want to
Yeah.
lose our
check it.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have already lost it once in the past.
We have.
The mute it and have John sing over the top.
yeah.
Oh, son, won't you come? Wash away the tears, black ocean.
You got shushed, bro.
Oh, I'm Andrew. I'm Andrew. Guess what, Andrew? Guess what, Andrew? Guess what, Andrew? Hey, Andrew. You stink. Imagine that's my big burns. Like everyone always knows that about me. They were like, I'm really good at like crowd work, putting hecklers down. Right? They're always like, "Hey, John, you suck." No, don't. Here, come on. I'll show you how good I am dealing with heckles. Chris, give me a heckle. I'll show you how good I'm dealing with it. Come on.
Tell a joke.
I did one to your dad, and he was like, "That's good."
My dad's not usually that complimentary. I don't think you're telling the truth.
Maybe it was a different guy. There's a lot of dads out there. I get confused sometimes, but thanks for chipping in.
Oh, reported.
More like retorted.
Oh, there it is.
Do we
Have you
just
guys got
watch?
any videos? No one's suggesting any videos. So I feel like we can pick one.
I've been watching a lot of cops getting cops dash cam videos.
Cheapo dropped one in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Oh shit! Holy
What?
shit! That's so good. Cheapo.
What is it? What
You're
is
gonna
it?
see in just a second. It's beautiful, is what it is. That's so good, Cheapo.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so good.
How do you feel about that, Ashley? Do you feel like, are you okay with that being out there?
I'm okay with it, I guess. I don't. The main problem I have is that I don't actually know this album.
You're very young. You're very
fuck
young.
You. No, fuck you.
Look, I'm not. I have made it very clear. You guys take you. You have a go at me about film, but I have made it very clear how dense I am with music. I have never tried to hide that. I've never tried to lie about it. I'm dense with music.
You're gonna have to listen to at least
I don't listen to music.
Butterfly Wings, just so that
If
you
I-
understand what kind of band this is. Oh, I want to play it so
The
bad on
music that I
stream.
listen to
What?
mostly is very slow classical music. That's what I listen to on a
This
daily
is
basis.
the opposite of that.
Ashley,
I
how would
don't-
you feel if I said to you, the world is a vampire sent to Dreyane? Are they secret destroyers? Hold you up to the flames. And what do I get for my pay-yane? Betrayed desires and a piece of the game. How do you feel about that? Do you feel good?
I feel completely indifferent. I don't know what that
Even
is.
though I know, I suppose I'll show all my cool and cold like old Job. Well, despite all my rage, I'm still a rat in a cage. Chris, how are you?
I mean, yeah, in spite of my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Some will say what
No.
is lost can never be saved. And you know what I say to them?
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
That's certainly what I say to them. Because now I'm naked, nothing but an animal. But you can fake it for just one more show. And what do you want? I want to change. But what do you got? When you feel the same, what do you got, Ashley?
I don't know.
Oh, even though I know, I suppose I'll show all my cool and cold like old Job,
Oh my
right?
god, I'm sorry, but El Cheapo's put in another one and it's really cute.
Share it.
Oops.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love it so much.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
So cute.
I mean, I like how clean the first one is.
Look, I promise after that,
that's
because
so
this
funny.
is so good that I will go and listen to the album.
Let me ask you this, though. Just tell me I'm the only one. Tell me there's no other one.
I can't tell you that because I don't understand the context of what I'm saying.
I mean,
So-
Jesus was an only son. Yeah? Tell me I'm the chosen one. Jesus was an only son for you.
Actually, even I don't know most of
Okay.
it.
Well, that's okay then. That makes me feel better.
I'm literally just reading the lyrics to Bullet
Oh, you brought them up. You're not even doing that off your head.
Oh, I thought you were
Absolute-
doing it off the top of your head. I was
Oh,
like, damn, I don't have that
fuck's
level of commitment.
No, I don't hear lyrics when I hear a song. I hear the melody. I never hear the lyrics. Which is why when I sing along to songs, it really bums people out because they're like, have you ever heard this song? And I'm like, hundreds of times. It's one of my favorite. And they're like, you don't know any
Have
of the words?
you-
And I was like, not one.
Oh, wow, I'm the opposite.
Have you ever watched those videos where they purposely put the wrong words up on a screen, but then that's all you can hear? Like it's like a trick on your brain. If you see the words, you'll hear them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like,
think
there's the
they're so fascinating.
There's the big debate of what are they actually saying? Like
Mhm.
revved up like a douche in the middle of the night, blinded by the. Well, he's wrapped
Excuse
up like
me while I kiss this guy.
Yeah. What is that? Like, there's got to be a bunch of
Actually, can you find us one of those videos? Should that be the one that we watch?
Yeah, I suppose I can, but again,
No, it
might
should not be
come
one of the
under
ones we should watch.
DMCA.
because we're gonna get
Oh, is it all
DMCA'd
music?
for that.
Okay, I didn't realize it was all
it would
music.
be
I
all
thought maybe it would be
music.
like people talking and stuff.
Also, by the way, if you type in misunderstood lyrics, all that comes up is you get the lyrics to the Common song "Misunderstood," and I want to beat the shit out of them right now. Some other very commonly misunderstood lyrics: "Hold Me Closer," Tony Danza. That's from Friends. It's
That's
Holding
a
Me
great
Closer.
one.
Is that what it's called? Laurel Yanny Auditory Illusion?
Sounds like it.
Must be.
She's got a chicken to ride. That's always very good. There's always, of course, the fabulous. We built this city by starship. Misheard. We built this city on sausage rolls.
Oh,
rock and roll. Drift Away by Uncle Cracker, which I've never heard in my life. Misheard. Give me the Beach Boys and Free My Soul, and it's Give Me the Beat Boys and Free My Soul. Oh, from Taylor Swift's Blank Space. All the lonely Starbucks lovers. And it's actually got a long list of ex-lovers. I don't know how the fuck that happened. From Bohemian Rhapsody, saving his life from this warm sausage tea. No one thinks it's spare him this life from this monstrosity. You fucks. Whoever misheard that lyric?
That's terrible.
Wait. Grew up getting told monstrosities in Bohemian Rhapsodies was pork sausages? How?
No.
How?
No, it wasn't.
Spare him his life from these
I
pork
can
sausages.
see it in a Scottish accent.
Wow. Yeah,
In a Scottish accent, it works.
that's a fucking stretch.
Oh. What is this? What John is talking about is misheard lyrics. What Ashley is talking about is actual audio frequency illusions. What the fuck?
Well, because the one Ashley was talking about is where they show you the word and then you can't help but hear the word, even when you know it's wrong.
Even
That's
when
all
you know
can
it's
hear.
wrong, you can't help but hear the words that are in front of you.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. It's really cool and weird. And actually, I think I saw some TikToks on it recently where they repeat a line of something and they have all of these different sentences. And as you read the sentences, you hear each one.
That makes sense.
Even though you're hearing the same thing.
Oh, yeah. It's the audio white and gold dress.
I very quickly just Googled the Yanni or Laurel thing, and it is that concept. Auditory hallucinations.
I always hate those. I always found those interesting. Those like, is it this thing or is it that thing? But I remember in the 90s, there was always like extra jeopardy to it, where they'd be like, if you see the gold dress, that means you're a psychopath. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that we've lost the little, like, if you do that, you believe in aliens. And you're like, do I believe in aliens?
You're able to.
Do I?
With that gold and blue dress thing, like, you're able to change. You're able to see both. Or some people are. I don't
Depends
know
on what you want to see.
It depends what, like, because I was able to, like, if I closed my eyes and kind of adjusted my sight a little bit, I was able to change the color of it.
Do you guys?
It is really frustrating.
Do you guys remember in the like late 90s, early 2000s when there was an uproar over secret sex messages in Disney movies? And
of course,
there's
all the
one where,
penises in the Little Mermaid. It's phenomenal.
Little Mermaid penises. When Simba is like grown and he sort of falls right before he sees Mufasa in the clouds, and the dust writes sex gradually in the air as it goes. It does the S, and then the S disappears, and then it's an E, and then it's an X. And then there's one from Aladdin where when he comes up, he's still Prince Ali, and he comes up onto the balcony on carpet, and the tiger comes to attack him, and he sort of smacks it off with his hat, and it sounds like he says, "Good teenagers, take off their clothes." There's some. There was a lot of them. There was a great moment, and I used to own them all on VHS. So we went back. I could hear all of them. Like, you could see it if you're looking for it, but you got to want to hear that. Like,
I have found a video that goes through about 5 sexual Disney messages.
Perfect. That's the video.
All right, let me bring this up your butt.
Yeah, that's right. The bishop in Little Mermaid's got a full boner.
Yes, the bishop in the the Little Mermaid is the one where it's like there's boners in there's penises in the
castles are all dicks.
In the castles, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's fucking so hot. There, oh my god, there it is.
Did you find it?
For most of you have seen,
I
looks
hate
like
that
it
it
says
doesn't-
sex, but it actually doesn't. It says SFX, which is a little signature that the animation team left in the movie. But what's even cooler is they do this again in Tangled on a movie poster. I'm sure there are more places where they put this in Disney movies, but these are the only times I've seen it personally.
What the fuck?
Number 4, Inupendi. This
Never
one's
heard of
a
that
little
movie in my
harder to
life.
catch. You gotta look quick to see it. Here, I'll play the clip. See where the coconut fell? But not only that, but Kiara's reaction to it on her face. Also, on the movie poster for the very same movie franchise, you can see a shape that isn't so appropriate for children on the poster.
But it's his nose.
But it's also a
And
curvy lady.
Buzz lights off. While watching Toy Story, if you were paying attention, you would have saw when Buzz Lightyear saw Jessie. His wing shot up and his jaw dropped. The reason for this was kind of implied seconds before with Buzz saying to Jessie, "You're a bright young woman with a beautiful yarn full of hair." Hair full of yarn. All while staring at her up and down. Calm down, Buzz, you horn dog.
Yeah, Buzz, you dirty bitch.
Number 2,
I know this one.
Marshmallow Cannon. I think this one is
remember
pretty
this vividly,
self-explanatory.
but
Here,
I don't remember.
hindsight,
Where's
do
this
I-
from?
Tom and Jerry. It's
Tom and Jerry aren't.
It's pretty messed up. I don't know what this is supposed to be.
I only see
but
what's wrong with it in
honestly,
hindsight, but
really
I have
don't wanna
it
know.
so ingrained into my memory from watching that video so many times. Oh, here
Number
we go.
1.
Yeah, there
The
is.
Little Mermaid.
Penis Castle.
If you look closely on the cover for the VHS version of The Little Mermaid, you'll see something not so pleasant. Yeah, a golden dildo. Apparently, it was drawn by an angry employee who had been laid off. Way to get back to your boss.
It's so good. I want that so true. Yes. Yeah.
The guy that made that video is definitely an incel, by the way.
Yeah. He
See
said
how angry he was.
But even just the way he was like, "Calm down, Buzz, you horn dog." Like he just said it with no passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no fun. Like genuinely
Tom-
meant it. Like,
Yeah, this guy's watched a lot of Disney movies to the point that he can identify where all the pornography is in it. You know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry,
Like, he's
but
a-
I am exclusively referring to the male
Yeah.
genitalia as a marshmallow cannon from now on.
Yeah, actually, if you're trying to
shoot me
enact,
with your marshmallow cannon.
if you're trying to enact Operation Chokeslam, I think the only way to get it done sooner than later is just starting walking up to boys and being like, how about you shoot your marshmallow cannon at me?
This is one of my favorites. The blowjob in the Rotel Dorado.
No,
Is a
I haven't done
classic.
that.
What is
That's
that?
one that I even noticed like while I was watching it. Let me find it.
I don't even remember the Road to El Dorado. That's that was one of those niche
old.
non-Disney animated movies that's trying to be Disney, and none of those ever worked. I remember
Rotel
'cause I- as
Dorado
a
was
kid-
great.
it was
I
not
loved
great.
the Road to El Dorado.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Both of you can go fuck yourselves. How about that? How do you like those?
How about this? That
There it is. Cool. Found it. Well, I don't know what happened while I was gone, but John clearly kicked everyone off. So we're going to. It's Rotel Dorado time, everyone.
Downtown sounded weird.
no, it didn't.
Oh, it sounded weird to me. It sounded way faster. Let's hit it. I've no, what's the?
Right.
Okay, hit it.
We're so confrontational with each other. This is-
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nice Wi-Fi. Nice Wi-Fi.
Oh, hold on. We missed it.
Whoa! Hello?
See the disparity in head placement there?
Oh,
See the,
wow.
one more time for the kids in the back.
What was
What
this?
were they supposed to be doing?
Kissing, just kissing. But she was clearly kissing his marshmallow cannon.
Yeah, she was clearly tongue fishing
Oh
for
my
marshmallow
God.
cannonballs.
I need to watch this movie again.
It was great. I really enjoyed Rotel Dorado. It was super fun and had a huge crush on the girl that was in it.
Oh, yeah.
She was
a cartoon, Chris. You can't have a crush on a cartoon. I'm gonna say it.
I was
Yes, you
9. I had a
can.
huge crush on her. I had a crush on her. I had a crush on Fox Maid Marian. I even had a crush on the chicken nanny and fucking Robin Hood.
Fox
She
May
was
Marion
hot
is not
too.
even human, you creep.
Yeah, I know,
honestly,
she was
this is
hot.
because I have the annoyinglyest, tightest schedule today. We have to wrap this up because we have to go pre-record an episode.
We do.
And then I have to go pre-record a wrestler review episode. Here's what I want to say. And I'm happy I remember this in lockdown, which was there were times where I went, if you're really lucky, you will be busier than you ever were. So enjoy the rest of lockdown now. And I wish I
Yeah.
could have bottled that to sip the rest now, because the next, like up until Friday night, when Friday night comes, when we're done that stream tomorrow, let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to shower and take a lady to dinner.
Aw.
That's right. But before that,
your Japanese friend?
That's right. I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
Ohio Kimosabi, I will say to her.
Nice.
All right,
All right,
folks,
who are we
we are
rating?
gonna go. Who are we gonna rate?
We got 1030 JH. We got
Listen.
Fox. We got Hav. Let's do Javier. We haven't rated Hav yet.
I think Javier is great. I just need to say this: Jessica Rabbit is, of course, the exception. Of course, the exception. Tiger.
So hot.
Everybody liked Simba. You know what? I think I've mentioned this on the show before, but I have a theory that ginger cats are the sex gods of the cartoon universes.
We're gonna get into that in the next episode. Stay tuned, folks. We're gonna raid. Hav, thank you so much for coming through, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll be back Sunday. Well, John and I will be. Ashley, you'll be gone, right?
I'll be here
You'll be
on
here
Sunday.
You'll be here on Sunday.
We're all here on Sunday. I'll be here next Monday, and then I will be gone for some time.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for like the rest of that week in theory, and then the following week, I think. And then
Or are you away that week as well? Because on the schedule, you're here. We'll talk about this off stream. Right now, we're gonna raid Hav. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
That's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. That's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse.